Realme GT 5G review. But before we start, please support us by pressing the like and subscribe buttons, so that we can continue to provide the latest information about gadgets and technology. Also turn on the bell button to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you. Realme's 2021 flagship has made it to the old continent, and we are thrilled to finally meet the company's first Snapdragon 888 powered handset. It's one of these smartphones that are jam-packed with high-end features yet sold at prices that are hard to ignore. Meet the Realme GT 5G. The Realme GT 5G is based on the latest Qualcomm flagship chip, but that's only one of its key selling features. It also employs a Samsung-made 120Hz AMOLED screen with 360Hz touch sampling. There are Dolby dual speakers, 2, and 1 large battery with incredibly fast 65 watts charging. And that 65 watt SuperDart charger ships with the phone. Realme has opted for a triple camera on the back and a single selfie snapper. The primary rear shooter is a 64MP Sony IMX682 camera, sitting next to an 8MP ultrawide and 2MP macro snappers. The front cam has a 16MP sensor. The Realme GT 5G is one of those devices that we are now used to calling flagship killers, following that OnePlus completely different company which was first to use the term publicly. And this device has everything to deserve such a title: a flagship screen, flagship performance, flagship camera, flagship battery/charging, and a killer price. Realme GT 5G specs at a glance. Body, 158.5 by 73.3 by 8. 4mm, 186 grams, glass front, glass back, plastic frame. Display, 6.43 inches Super AMOLED, 120 Hz, 1080 by 2400 px resolution, 20:9 aspect ratio, 409p. Chipset, Qualcomm SM8350 Snapdragon 888 5G, 5 nanometers, octa-core, 1x2. 84 GHz Creo 680 and 3x2. 42 GHz Creo 680 and 4x1. 80 GHz Creo 680, Adreno 660. Memory, 128 GB 8 GB RAM, 256 GB 12 GB RAM, UFS 3.1. OS/software, Android 11, Realme UI 2.0. Rear camera, wide, main, 64MP, f/1.8, 26mm, 1.73, 0.8 micrometers, TAF, ultra-wide angle, 8MP, f/2.3, 16mm, 119, 1/4.0, 1.12 micrometers, macro, 2MP, f/2.4. Front camera, 16MP, f/2.5, 26mm, wide, 1/3.0, 1.0 micrometers. Video capture, rear camera, 4K at 30/60 fps, 1080p at 30/60/240 fps, gyro ICE, front camera, 1080p at 30 fps. Battery, 4500 mAh, fast charging 65 watts, 100% in 35 minutes, advertised. Miscellaneous, fingerprint reader, under display, optical, NFC, 3.5mm jack. No flagship killer is perfect, and the Realme GT is no exception. Being a high-end mid-ranger means something had to give, and in this case, that's ingress protection and a zoom camera for the Realme GT. Well, we can certainly live without these, especially at that price. Unboxing the Realme GT 5G. The Realme GT 5G ships within a larger than usual box, and this time, it's not Realme yellow, it's black. Inside, you will find a 65-watt SuperDart charger with a USB-C port and a 6.5A rated USB-C cable. The paper compartment contains a transparent silicone case and some paperwork. The Realme GT arrives with a thin screen protector that is already applied, but it's a massive smudge magnet and of cheap quality, and we peeled it off immediately. Design, build quality, handling. Realme is experienced in making good-looking phones, and the premium Realme GT 5G is a real show-off. It's an all-glossy smartphone with a traditional dual-glass build and a plastic frame in between. The front glass is flat, while the back panel is curved towards the sides. It's what Realme calls a 3D curve, a fancy name for something we've seen 1,000 times. There is no official word on who the glass maker may be. As you can imagine that these two glass pieces are giant smudge magnets, but that's often the trade-off for looking pretty. Realme is offering the GT in Dashing Blue, ours, and Dashing Silver, both featuring accelerated track pattern as the maker calls it. The blue one has this dark blue patch in the middle that slowly transitions into black towards the side. There is also a subtle V-shaped texture embedded under the glass. There is also a racing yellow option, available only with the top-tier memory configuration. It has dual-tone vegan leather back, most of it is yellow with a black stripe that's as wide as the camera glass. Realme says the leather is wear and tear resistant and is treated to be odorless. The 6.43 inches Super AMOLED screen is one of the Realme GT's highlights, with the other one being the most current flagship Snapdragon chip. The display is of 1080p resolution and 20:9 aspect, but it impresses with 120Hz refresh rate and 360Hz touch sampling rate. There is a small punch hole around the top left corner for the 16MP selfie camera. It's not the smallest we've seen, but not the largest eyesore either. Above the screen, within its frame, is the earpiece behind a thin grille. This earpiece also acts as one of the speakers, and our initial impressions are good, though far from the best we've experienced. There is also an under-display fingerprint scanner. It's the latest optical solution and works great. The sensor is fast and responsive, with excellent accuracy. Finally, looking at the OLED bezels, we've certainly seen thinner, but for this size, feature set and price, we'd say they are perfectly fine. The rear glass has fancy 3D curves, more prominent on the longer sides. Our Dashing Blue version is captivating. All these subtle effects make for one really cool and unique look. The camera glass is jutting out and contains 3 snappers, a 64MP primary, an 8MP ultra-wide and a 2MP macro. A dual LED dual-tone flash is the last thing of interest here. The Realme GT 5G wobbles on a desk just as any other recent flagship or mid-ranger. There is an instant telltale sign that it's not a full-blown flagship, and that's the plastic frame. The frame has mostly flat top and bottom and slightly curved sides. Ours is painted in dark silver, and while glossy, it is not that smudge-friendly. The bottom has the USB-C port, the 3.5mm jack, the mouthpiece, and the second speaker. The Realme GT measures 158.5 by 73.3 by 8.4mm and weighs 186 grams, meaning it is a bit more compact than most of the recently released high-tier mid-rangers and flagships. But despite being smaller than usual, the phone manages to fit a great screen, chip and one particularly large 4,500 mAh battery. Handling a glossy phone is not an ideal experience, no two words about that. Yet, the Realme GT provides some grip thanks to its frame. It's not as slippery as the panels, on the contrary. And with a smaller than average body, the GT makes for a good user experience and handling. If you are going to shoot a lot of pictures,
thanks for
or switch
watching.
the phone's orientation off and
Drop
on
a like,
we'd advise using
leave
the
a
phone's
comment,
protective case.
and don't
It
forget
won't
to
take away a whole lot
subscribe
from the
to
looks,
watch
but will
more
make handling
videos
the
like
phone feel
this.
much safer. Display. The 6.43-inch Samsung-made AMOLED is one of the Realme GT's key features. It's the usual 20:9 panel with rounded